One, two, one, two. Check, check, check. Is this thing on? One, two, three. One, two, three. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm a mess today. I am a mess today. You're watching 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. Hanging out here on Thursday, November 20th, 2025, 10:34 here on the East Coast. We're just on YouTube. Couldn't sleep. It was a big day today. We did the Turkey Brigade where we go around and give turkey Thanksgiving meals to a bunch of families that sign up, to the needy. I think this is like maybe the 10th year, 12th year I've done it. So it's pretty cool, man. But it is tiring and it gets more. It seems like the turkeys get heavier and heavier. Anyway, we're hanging out here. So I got the second cam up already. Pick this up. Uh Box of comic books. I've never gotten a box like this of comics. I've never actually ordered a comic book online. So this would be actually my first comics I've actually ordered online. Yeah, I usually buy them in the store. I gotta touch them. So this is weird. It's like ordering clothes online. You know, when you order clothes online, like, and guys like me, I'm a double X. I'm a double X in a t-shirt. And then the she tell you out. No, so I'm a double X in t-shirts, right? And then sometimes you get a double X, and it's just like, it's just nice. And then sometimes you're like, the fuck, man, this is like a size small. It's the European cut. That's what they say. It's the European cut. Anyway, you're watching the 757 and Hustle Show. My name is George, hanging out with you on this Thursday evening. We're calling it the night shift. I picked up this box at Whatnot, and I figure we open it up. I get bags. I'm pissed because I can't find. I recently bought 2 packs of plastics and 2 packs of boards, and I can't find the other pack of plastics. I think it's still in the car. But we were in the car all day with turkeys, and I didn't see them. Did a turkey eat them? All right, let's see what's cooking underneath the hood. I'm gonna put the full screen up. Pew, pew, pew. Good with the shipping. A lot of tape. Oh, they're in plastics. I forgot that they're already in bagged. Ah, time for the HDs. All right, here we go. You know what? Let me since they're all bagged. No, they're not all bagged. So that's what I'll do. Let me put it to the side. I'll just pull them out one by one, and we'll go over them. See, I don't remember. I know there was some Avengers in here. Now I remember there was some Avengers in here. All right, what we got first? Operation Sin, Agent Carter, Howard Stark. Does that look blurry to you? look at this Aquaman. Pulp Heroes. Aquaman Annual. The Lady in Cement. The thick book. You got Fishhook. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Aquaman. Oh, there you go. I don't own too many Aquaman's book. I never did. Oh, look at this Hulk book. I forgot about this. Nice. Classic Incredible Hulk. Oh,
Bluetooth connected.
Didn't just have heroes and.
all right. Okay, Google. Tell me about the Incredible Hulk comic issue 280.
The Incredible Hulk number 280, titled Alone in a Crowd, was published in February 1983 and features Bruce Banner/Hulk trying to have a date with the alien Bereed, which is interrupted by journalists and then attacked by the leader's humanoids. It's part of a storyline where a more intelligent, banner-brained Hulk has received amnesty, which the leader seeks to exploit, believing the less enraged Hulk is no longer a threat.
Current value of the book, raw.
The value of the Raw magazine, Art Spiegelman/Françoise Mouly, varies significantly by issue and condition. Volume 1, issue number 1, 1980, can sell for $300 to over $1,000 depending on condition, and if it includes the original mouse insert.
No, sorry. I meant Incredible Hulk issue 280.
The Incredible Hulk number 280, Alone in a Crowd, published in February 1983, features the banner-brained Hulk's date, with the alien Bereed being interrupted by journalists and then attacked by the leader's humanoids. Value for the comic varies. Standard, direct edition copies in very fine, VF 8.0 condition, are generally worth around $8 to $10. The rare 75-cent newsstand variant is more valuable, sometimes fetching $17 to $24 or more in high grade.
Okay, there you go. $5 book right there. Oh, we can even I need to cover. There you go. Look at this. Black Panther Initiative. Let's back this baby. Yeah, we had to deliver 25 meals. That's 25 turkeys and trays and stuffing and pretty cool. Pretty cool helping people out. All right, there you go. We got Scrolls, Storm, Black Panther, The Thing, Direct Edition. Parental advisory is advised. You know, okay, so I never had any of these. We got one. We got a bunch of them. Hold on. Okay, so we got Bloodshot number 11. And here is, what number is that? It's 37. Okay. All right, so let's start again. Anyway, guys, collective variant. Was that Valiant Bloodshot? Look at this. This is issue number 11. Issue number 31. issue number 36. Issue number 37. Oh, look, that looks badass. Issue number 38. And issue number 35. Huh. That's what is it? Six Bloodshot books. I never had Bloodshot. Never read it. I've always seen these comics around. What's up, man? Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So if you're just joining us, I bought this whole box off of Whatnot. Well, I bid for it. Now I gotta pay for it. So I'm going through the books. Some of the books are bagged. Some of them are not. Okay, Google. Tell me about Bloodshot Comics from Valiant.
Bloodshot is a soldier, Ray Garrison or Angelo Mortali, depending on the timeline, whose bloodstream is injected with billions of nanites, nanobots, by Project Rising Spirit, PRS. This gives him rapid healing, enhanced strength, and the ability to interface with technology. He is constantly hunted and tormented due to his handler giving him false memories and identities to motivate him into becoming the ultimate killing machine. His key appearances are in Eternal Warrior No. 4, Cameo 1992, and his own series, with the 2012 reboot run being highly recommended for new readers.
Okay, Google. In Bloodshot, issue number 31, 36, 38, 37, 35, and number 11. Any of those key issues are worth any money?
No, those specific issues from the original 1993 Bloodshot series, number 11, number 31, number 35, number 36, number 37, number 38, are not considered key issues and are not worth much money. They usually sell for $1 to $5 each in high grade. The valuable key issues for Bloodshot are typically the first appearances in rare variants, like Eternal Warrior No. 4, First Cameo, and Bloodshot No. 0, Platinum Error variant.
Okay, so the last book was worth $5, and the book before that was worth $10. And so these are worth $1 each. But I've never read them before. So this is like a new this is like when you find an old TV show on Netflix and you're like, oh yeah, I remember this. You're like, oh, I remember this, but I used to watch Matlock on Wednesdays and I couldn't watch that show. Okay, Google. What are some other Valiant titles?
The main Valiant titles are Exo Manowar, Harbinger, Ninjak, Archer and Armstrong, Eternal Warrior, Shadowman, 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 and Divinity.
Is Valiant Comics still around?
Yes, Valiant Comics is still around under the ownership of DMG Entertainment. Since June 2023, they have a licensing partnership with Alien Books to publish their comic titles, and they plan to launch a new accessible Valiant Beyond universe.
Has any of these characters crossed over with Marvel characters or DC characters?
The original Valiant Comics, known as Acclaim Comics in the late 90s, did a crossover with Image Comics called Deathmate, but never officially crossed over with the main Marvel or DC universes. They often hired creators from both Marvel and DC, and were founded by former Marvel editor-in-chief Jim Shooter.
Who would you say, what other character is most equivalent and similar to Bloodshot?
The most equivalent Marvel and DC characters are Wolverine and Deathstroke. They share the super soldier background, advanced healing factor, and are often portrayed as morally complex, highly skilled anti-heroes or mercenaries. Some also compare him to Deadpool for the healing factor and the Punisher for the military/vigilante approach.
Yeah, he does give me that Punisher vibe right there. Oh, look who it is. Collector P, man. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Just FYI, I bought this book of comics, and I'm going through them right now. See what I got. You got some Bloodshots. I've never read Bloodshot. I got Bloodshot eyes right now, which is why I'm not on camera. But oh, ho, ho, ho. But yeah, he definitely looks like a Blue Punisher right there. How you doing, Collector P? You ready for Thanksgiving? Speaking of Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be in a cabin all week next week. I hope the Wi-Fi is good over there because I'm planning to bring stuff with me. They got a Mortal Kombat 2 full stand arcade. I can't wait to play that when I get over there. Good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. So if you haven't known, I've been experimenting with some videos. If you get a chance, I could use the bump. One video did pretty good off the bat, and the other one, the algorithm decided to bury it. So I made a video. I made a video about you know how all these guys make these videos like top 10 cartoons or whatever, blah, blah. But I'm doing mine by what I remember, and I did one just the Sword and Fantasy, but the other ones, the ones that aren't too popular. Like I didn't mention him. People's like, you didn't mention Thundar the Barbarian? Yeah, no, man. That's like the third most popular one. It's He-Man, Thundercats, then Thundar. So I did one, and there were some obscure ones, and I had fun doing that video. And then it's doing pretty well. It's doing pretty good on the algorithm. For me, it's doing pretty good. And so I got another one I did today where it's all 80s cartoons that are just robots. The main cast is robots, not like Iron Man, not like Voltron. No, 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 no. These are basic. It's like Transformers, and GoBots. So I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good video. It's pretty fun. I try to make them a little bit, a little bit with love. So here you go, man. You got Bloodshot, nice 6. I got stuff to read. I've never read these before. I'll definitely be taking these. Have you guys read these or anything from this company? Valiant. I haven't even opened it, but I'm gonna definitely take these with me to the cabin for reading material. Maybe even after the turkey. Sounds cool. Yeah, I've been trying to do it. So like I said, I did the first one. Is a sort of it's called 1980s Sword and Fantasy cartoon. You should revisit. And it's called The Other Ones. Like I said, it's like the B team. It's the minors. And then I did one. The second one I did is all about robot cartoons. And when I was researching, I found two. One I never even heard of ever, which I'm going to be checking out. And then there was another one too. I'm like, oh shit, you know. And it's pretty cool how the memory comes back. And you see these cartoons, you see all these videos all the time. They pop up on the algorithm. But it's pretty cool sometimes, when you try to do it a little different. I tried doing it a little different with the jokes and stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It takes a lot of work. It's a 10-minute video. This one takes a lot of work to do. All right, here we go. Next book. Oh, this is pretty cool. Check this out. Boom. Secret Origins, starring Plastic Man. Closer. By Thomas De Stefano and Fricke, the Elongated Man. Oh, look. Secret Origins of Plastic Man. And oh, that's cool. Look at that cover. Was that Hondo Hula? What was his name? 1001 Knots. How to Untie Them. I've never seen this before. This is a pretty cool book, man. I'm gonna have to do a breakdown on this one. Look at that. $1.50. September 1988. How old were you? Where were you in 88, baby? I was still in Corona, New York. 88, I was in the 7th grade. All right, coming up next. Boom. End of today, 0 hour. Okay, Google. Tell me about End of Today, 0 Hour, Crisis in Time, issue number 3.
0 Hour, Crisis in Time number 3, DC Comics 1994, is a pivotal issue where the heroes converge to form a plan against the collapsing timeline, led by Superman. It features the Justice Society of America's defeat by the villain Extant, who uses his temporal powers to rapidly age several key JSA members, essentially retiring them and causing 3 deaths: Dr. Midnight, Hourman, and the Atom.
Spoilers.
It also introduces the multiple, contradictory versions of Hawkman finally merging into a new, single version.
What's the value of this book?
The single issue of 0 Hour, Crisis in Time number 3, 1994, is not a key issue and is generally worth $3 to $5 in high-grade condition.
All right. $3. I got it for $1. I'll try to justify how much I paid for this box. And let me see. All right. I'm almost there. Coming up next. Oh, folks, we got some goodies. I used to own these. I used to own some of these. Here we go. Look at this. Avengers Assemble. Issue 213 and 224. Okay, Google. Tell me about Avengers issue 213.
The Avengers number 213, November 1981, is a pivotal, controversial issue titled Court Martial, where Yellowjacket, Hank Pym, is suspended and faces court-martial for an unprovoked attack. It is infamous for the scene where Hank Pym strikes his wife, the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, which has defined his character since. A raw high-grade copy, VFNM, is typically worth $15 to $25, though a CGC graded 9.8 can sell for over $150.
Is this a key issue?
No, the Avengers number 213 is not a key issue based on first appearances or major character changes, but it is infamous and highly sought after due to the controversial scene where Hank Pym strikes the Wasp.
All right, so it's a popular book. This one I know when he smacks her. Tell me about issue 224, Avengers. This is when Tony Stark.
The Avengers number
bangs the Wasp.
224, Two from the Heart, October 1982, features the development of a brief romantic relationship between Tony Stark, Iron Man, and the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, while her estranged husband, Hank Pym, is in prison. The issue focuses on character drama, with Tony eventually revealing his Iron Man identity to Janet, which causes her to break things off. High-grade raw copies are typically worth $8 to $15.
All right. So far, we do good here. I don't know what this one is. What is this? Oh, this is a Power Ranger comic book. Tell me about the Eltarian War Mighty Morphin from Boom Studios number 14.
Mighty Morphin number 14 is a critical chapter in the Eltarian War storyline, dealing with the aftermath of Zordon's containment tube destruction. The Rangers, surrounded by the Eltarian Supreme Leader Zardoz' forces, are forced to seek unlikely allies, specifically Goldar and some of Lord Zedd's former minions, while Billy and the others work to restore Zordon in a mobile robotic body to lead the counterattack.
Oh, I got 2 books in here. Any Power Ranger fans out there? Go Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, where how's it go? Something like that. I really thought Power Rangers was going to be like Voltron when I first saw the commercial. I was wrong. The artwork's pretty cool. This looks pretty nice for Power Rangers. There you go. There's a Blue Ranger. What's the value of this book?
The value for Mighty Morphin number 14, Boom! Studios 2021 is low, as it is not a key issue. The standard cover A is generally worth $4 to $6 in high grade. The various variant covers are worth more, typically ranging from $10 to $15.
What are some of the variant covers? Who's on it?
Covers for Mighty Morphin number 14 are typically the variant covers by Eleonora Carlini, Legacy variant, Rian Gonzalez, and Keila Valerio. The characters on them vary by artist, but they often feature key rangers like the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver or Matthew Cook, Scorpina, and Zordon in his robotic suit.
Ooh. Zordon standing in his robotic suit.
Here's the information about Mighty Morphin number 14 and your requests. About the Alterian War in Mighty Morphin number...
So how much would alternate cover of Zordon be?
Specific alternate cover for Mighty Morphin number 14 featuring Zordon in his robotic suit is the main cover, Cover A, by In-hyuk Lee. The value for this cover in near mint condition is typically low to moderate, as it was the most widely distributed cover. Here is an estimated value based on current market listings, cover type, artist.
All right. Oh, we got another Avengers.
Is there anything else I can tell you about comics or help you find?
The Avengers number 3, Empire.
You are asking about 3 different comics. 1. Original Avengers number 3, 1964. This is a Silver Age key issue featuring
Number 2.
Empire, Avengers number 3. You are likely asking about Empire, Avengers number 3, 2020, which concludes the tie-in story where the Avengers fight the Kotati invasion in the Savage Land. This modern comic is worth $3 to $6 in near mint condition.
All right. So far, I think Bloodshot was the only thing that was a buck. Everything else is above $3, so I am happy. And we got some $10, $15 books. I'm happy about that. It was a bid. And somebody kept bidding me up, which was pissing me off. He kept bidding me up. So that's why I'm trying to justify what I got. Oh, look at this classic right here. Talk to me, Goose. Mofo. Tell me about the Fury of Firestorm, issue number 11.
There are 2 issues numbered number 11. 1. The Fury of Firestorm number 11, 1983, titled Walking Darkness. It features Firestorm accidentally sending Summer Hyena plummeting from a building and explores how the hyena curse spreads. It is generally valued at $3 to $10 raw. 2. The Fury of Firestorm, The Nuclear Men number 11, 2012. This new 52 issue has Jason's Fire...
All right, we got it. So that's another book right there. I like Firestorm. When Firestorm came out, man, everybody went nuts for that guy. Look at that. The Fury of Firestorm. It's a firestorm. Oh, man. We got some weird stuff going on next. Look at this. Boom. Sons of the Tiger. I don't know who these guys are. whoa. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on here. Tell me about Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and the Sons of the Tiger, issue number 40.
That's a great choice. Marvel Team Up number 40 is a Bronze Age comic that mixes the classic Spider-Man dynamic with the 1970s martial arts craze. About Marvel Team Up number 40. Title: Murder's Better the Second Time Around. Publication date: December 1975. Creative team: Bill Mantlo, writer; Sal Buscema, penciler; and Mike Esposito, inker. Main characters: Spider-Man and the Sons of the Tiger, Lynn's son, Abe Brown, and Bob Diamond, along with their ally Lotus Shinchuko. Other heroes: the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, also plays a significant role in this two-part storyline, started in number 39. Plot overview. This issue is the conclusion of a two-part story. Spider-Man and the Human Torch are captured by a large team of classic Spider-Man villains who are working together. The Crime Master, the Big Man, the Enforcers, Montana, Fancy Dan, and the new addition, Nick Lewis Jr. The Sandman. The villains are primarily motivated by a scheme of revenge. The Sons of the Tiger, a trio of martial arts masters, show up to crack some skulls and help free Spider-Man and the Human Torch. The key twist. The story features a classic mystery/twist ending where the Big Man is revealed to be Janice Foswell, the daughter of the original Big Man and a reporter for the Daily Bugle. The plot culminates when the Crime Master kills the Big Man in a double cross, adding a dark, dramatic conclusion to the issue. Current value. Marvel Team Up number 40 is a Bronze Age comic, but it is not considered a major key issue, like a first appearance. Its value is moderate and depends heavily on its condition. Condition: grade. Estimated raw value: good to very good, 2.0 to 4.0. $4 to $8. Fine to very fine, 6.0 to 8.0. $8 to $15. Near mint, 9.0 plus. $15 to $25 plus. High-grade graded copies. A slabbed CGCCBCS copy in 9.6 condition typically sells for $50 to $125. A 9.8 condition copy can sell for $150.
This is a $3 book. It's beat up. But it's definitely worth the story.
That makes sense. If your copy of Marvel Team Up number 40 is a bit beat up, meaning it's in good to fine condition or around a 2.0 to 4.0 grade, then $3 is a very fair price for it. In that condition,
okay, what's next? I don't know what this is. Tell me about the Saga comic book, chapter 55.
that's a major issue. Saga number 55, Image Comics, is significant because it was the return of the series after a 3.5-year hiatus following the shocking conclusion of issue number 54. Here are the key things to know about it. Major plot points and time skip. Time jump. The story picks up after a 3-year time jump, mirroring the real-world break. Life after Marco. The issue deals heavily with the fallout of Marco's death in issue number 54. Alana and Hazel are still adjusting to life without him. Hazel's age and independence. Hazel is now 10 years old. She has grown wings and horns, making it harder to hide, but she has more autonomy and is shown on her own, running from a shopkeeper. New family unit. Alana, Hazel, and Squire, Prince Robot IV's son, are together, forming a new ragtag family. Squire has become nonverbal due to the trauma he experienced. New character. Alana has a new business partner, an alien named Bombazine, who is featured prominently on the cover and in their scheme to sell illegal baby formula to survive. The Will and Gwendolyn. The issue also checks in with the pursuers. The Will and Gwendolyn, Marco's ex-fiancée, reunite, adding a chilling and morally complex layer to the ongoing pursuit. Significance. Double length. It was released as a double-length 44-page issue at the regular price, a gift to fans for their long wait. Thematic shift. The initial thesis of the series, "This is how an idea becomes real," is subtly shifted to "This is how an idea survives," setting the tone for the second half of the planned series. Value. Because of the massive anticipation and the return of one of the most popular comics in the industry, Saga number 55 was a major event. Standard cover, Fiona Staples. The main cover in near mint condition is typically a $5 to $10 book. It can sometimes be found higher due to high demand. Graded copies, CGC 9.8. Graded copies often sell for $50 to $80, reflecting its status as a highly sought-after chapter in a defining series. Would you like to know about a specific character introduced or a plot element in this issue?
There you go, $5 for something I had never even heard about. Oh, look at this, another classic looking thing. 40 cents. 40 cents. Ha ha, look at that. Got a little rip right there. See, this comic's been loved. This comic's been loved. Tell me about Marvel's greatest comics starting the Fantastic Four, issue 85.
Marvel's Greatest Comics was a title that reprinted classic stories from other Marvel books. That's an interesting one. Marvel's Greatest Comics number 85 is a reprint comic from the Bronze Age. Here are the details about the book. About the comic title, Marvel's Greatest Comics number 85, starring the Fantastic Four. Publication date, February 1980. The cover date is 1980, though some listings say 1979. Original story reprinted. The main story is a reprint of Fantastic Four number 105, December 1970. Reprint story title, The Monster in the Streets. Plot of the reprinted story, FF number 105. The story, written by Stan Lee and penciled by John Romita Sr., who made slight alterations to the art, centers on Crystal of the Inhumans, who is filling in for the Invisible Girl on the team. Crystal's illness. While walking with the Human Torch, Crystal suddenly collapses. She is rushed back to the Baxter Building, where Reed Richards diagnoses her with a mysterious, rapidly spreading illness. The cause, Reed realizes her illness is caused by Earth's pollution and atmosphere, which is toxic to the Inhumans. The monster. The symptoms cause her powers to rage out of control, making her emit bursts of air and earth elements. This is mistaken for an actual monster attacking the streets of New York, which the Human Torch and Thing try to subdue. The outcome. The conclusion of this original story leads to Crystal deciding that she must return to the great refuge of the Inhumans to recover, bringing her tenure with the Fantastic Four to a close. Current value. Because Marvel's Greatest Comics number 85 is a reprint, it does not have the value of the original Fantastic Four number 105. General value. In near mint and M condition, this book is typically worth $5 to $10. Lower grades. Copies in very fine VF.
All right, look at this. Marvel Western Gunfighters. I've never had a cowboy comic book. He wore a blazing saddle.
I can certainly tell you about some of the lesser known. That's a fun and specific question. While Marvel's...
Tell me about issue 18, Marvel Comics Group, Western Gunfighters, featuring Kid Colt, Gunslinger, Apache Kid.
Like a classic Bronze Age Marvel Western. Marvel Comics Group Western Gunfighters number 18 was published in October 1973 and is primarily a reprint title, meaning it featured stories originally published in earlier Marvel, or its predecessor Atlas Comics, Western Comics. Key contents of issue number 18. The issue lives up to its cover promise, featuring a mix of stories starring the characters you mentioned. Kid Colt, the main character, often billed as the Kid Colt Outlaw. Story 1, A Bullet for a Bad Man, reprinted from an earlier Kid Colt title. Script by Stan Lee, art by Jack Keller. Story 2, One of Us Must Die, another reprint. Art by Jack Keller. Apache Kid, the White Child, Alan Crandall, raised by an Apache chief who becomes a masked fighter for justice in both worlds. Story, Brand of the Outlaw, reprinted from an earlier Apache Kid title, possibly Apache Kid number 18 from 1956. Art by Werner Roth. Western Kid. This issue also included a story featuring the Western Kid. Story, reprinted from an earlier Western Kid title. Art by John Romita Sr., before his iconic work on Spider-Man and other titles. The cover art for this issue is by Joe Maneely, or sometimes attributed to Dick Ayers, depending on the source. The nature of the series. Title, Western Gunfighters, 1970 Marvel Series. Format. This 36-page comic was part of a wave of Marvel titles in the 1970s that resurrected their extensive catalog of 1950s Atlas Westerns, allowing fans to read these older adventures again. Characters. The series rotated its features, often showcasing characters like Kid Colt, the Rawhide Kid, the Two-Gun Kid, and the original Ghost Rider, sometimes called the Knight Rider. Unfortunately, specific plot summaries for all the short reprint stories in a compilation like this are harder to find than for new, longer issues. The Kid Colt stories likely involve him being mistaken for a true outlaw while still trying to help the innocent, a common trope for his character. Would you like to know more about the origin story of Kid Colt or the Apache Kid?
Price of issue 18.
The price of Western Gunfighters number 18, Marvel, October 1973, varies significantly based on the comic book's condition, grade. Based on recent sales data for raw, ungraded copies, you can expect the price range to be approximately condition grade.
All right, $3. Another $3 right there. Okay. Okay. All right.
That's correct. If you're
What's this? The Witching Hour. What? Vertigo Comics.
That's a great question that involves two very different things using the same phrase. The Witching Hour refers to a classic horror title from DC Comics, but the term vertical comics refers to a modern digital format. Here is the breakdown. 1. The Witching Hour, DC Comics title. This is a classic horror anthology comic from DC Comics and its mature imprint Vertigo that has appeared in several iterations. Original series 1969 to 1978. A Bronze Age horror anthology comic that ran for 85 issues. It was hosted by three witches, Mordred, Mildred, and Cynthia, who introduced various spooky tales. This is the traditional, printed comic book format, pages read left to right, top to bottom. Vertigo Revivals, 1999-2013. DC's Vertigo imprint revived the title for short series and one-shots, continuing the tradition of supernatural anthology horror for mature readers. Modern Crossover Event, 2018. DC used the title for a crossover event involving Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark, focusing on the witch goddess Hecate. 2. Vertical Comics, the format. Vertical comics, often called webtoons or scrolling comics, are a digital-first format designed specifically for reading on smartphones and other mobile devices. The design. Instead of traditional pages with panels laid out side by side.
All right. Tell me about the one that says The Witching Hour by Jeff Loeb.
It appears there might be a slight confusion between the names Jeff Loeb and Jeff Loveness, as well as the different versions of the comic. The search results strongly point to a graphic novel called The Witching Hour by Jeff Loeb, not Jeff Loveness. Here are the details on the comic written by Jeff Loeb that you are likely referring to. The Witching Hour by Jeff Loeb. Format. Traditional printed comic, originally a miniseries, later collected as a graphic novel. Writer, Jeff Loeb, famous for Batman, The Long Halloween, Hush, and Superman for all seasons. Artist, Chris Bachalo, known for Death, The High Cost of Living, and Steampunk. Publisher, Vertigo Comics, DC's imprint for mature readers. Release. Originally released in 1999. The story. This story is a modern, moody take on supernatural themes, focusing on a mysterious woman in Manhattan, Amanda Collins, the main character, who moves through the lives of seemingly ordinary people. The plot. Amanda possesses a strange, supernatural presence and hands out blank white business cards. She offers people the chance to change their lives, but the choices they make reveal the dark forces already at play in their hearts. Themes. It explores sin, magic, redemption, and the boundary between the everyday world and the supernatural. Amanda herself is a powerful, troubled, and possibly ancient figure. What about Jeff Loveness? While the title The Witching Hour is strongly associated...
Whoa. Tell me about The Witching Hour. How much is it worth?
That's a great question, and the value depends entirely on which version of The Witching Hour you are looking at. Version A, the Jeff Loeb / Chris Bachalo graphic novel, 1999, 2009, 2024 editions. Version B, the original Witching Hour individual issues, DC Comics 1969 to 1978. Here is the breakdown for each. The Witching Hour.
The value of the Jeff Loeb one.
You are asking about the value of the collected edition, The Witching Hour graphic novel by Jeff Loeb and Chris Bachalo. Since this is a trade paperback, TPB, or graphic novel, its value is generally stable and tied to its retail price, rather than fluctuating widely like rare single-issue comics. Value of The Witching Hour, Jeff Loeb graphic novel. Format. Condition. Approximate price range, USD. Trade paperback, TPB. New, retail price, $19.99 to $24. Trade paperback, TPB. Used. Good to very good, $9 to $18. Hardcover. Original 2000 printing. Near mint. $27 to $35.
All right. That was a lot. What is this? Yo, tell me about Rescue Man, issue number 1 from Best Comics. Tell me about Rescue Man, issue number 1 from Best Comics.
That's a very specific title. Based on my search, there is no widely known, prominent comic book series named Rescue Man, published by a company called *** Best Comics. It's possible that 1. Best Comics is an obscure or very small press/independent publisher. 2. The title is a misremembering of a similar name. 3. You might be thinking of a different comic series with Rescue or Man in the title, such as Rescue, a Marvel Comics one-shot from 2010 or 2020 featuring Pepper Potts in her rescue armor. Resurrection Man, a DC Vertigo series about Mitch Shelley, the Rescue Man.
Oh, mystery continues with this one.
I understand. The mystery around Rescue Man issue number 1 from Best Comics definitely continues. It sounds like a fascinating, perhaps very rare comic. Since direct searches for that exact combination didn't yield results, I can try a few more targeted searches based on possibilities.
All right, tell me about Storm Quest from Caliber Press, issue number 3.
That is a great indie comic question. Storm Quest was a 6-issue superhero series published by Caliber Press in the mid-1990s as part of their Sky universe. Here's what I found about Storm Quest number 3. Storm Quest number 3, Caliber Press. Release date, January 1995. The series ran from late 1994 to mid-1995. Writers, Tom Bierbaum and Mary Bierbaum. Cover artist, Willie Peppers. Plot and content summary. The series generally follows the StormQuest team, a group of individuals who gain superhuman powers after a strange time storm phenomenon near Stonehenge. The team is thrust into dealing with not just their new abilities, but also the historical figures and monsters that were pulled through the time storm. Issue number 3 is described as deepening the core quest and conflicts of the series. The plot focuses on fractured alliances, the tensions within the storm.
What's the value of issue number 3?
The 1995 StormQuest number 3 from Caliber Press is not considered a high value or highly sought-after collectible. Its value is generally low. Here is a breakdown of the typical market prices based on current and recent sales. Estimated value of StormQuest number 3. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Mid-grade.
$1. $1. Okay, all right. We're not even halfway through this damn box. Ooh. Value of DC Comics 0 Hour, issue number 1. Somebody write on this.
That's a very recognizable DC Comics event. You're referring to 0 Hour, Crisis in Time number 1 from 1994. Like most major comic event books from the 1990s, 0 Hour was printed in massive quantities, which means most issues are not highly valuable. However, issue number 1 has one key factor that gives it a slight edge over the rest of the series. Key feature of 0 Hour number 1. First appearance of Jack Knight. This issue contains the first appearance of Jack Knight, who would become the critically acclaimed second Starman in a long-running fan-favorite series. Estimated value of 0 Hour, Crisis in Time number 1, 1994. The value depends heavily on the condition, and whether it's the standard direct edition, sold in comic shops, or the less common newsstand edition, sold on newsstands/racks. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Notes. Mid-grade. Fine/very good. $1 to $4.
$1.
Common reading copy value. High grade. Mint like new. $5 to $15. A clean, sharp copy. CGC graded 9.8. Highest grade. $70 to $100.
Oh, look at this. Tell me about Excalibur, Marvel Comics number 15.
That's a classic issue. Because Marvel has published a few different Excalibur titles over the years, the issue number 15 can refer to a couple of different stories. The most famous and collected one is from the original, long-running series. Excalibur #15, Volume 1, 1989. This is the original, highly celebrated run by writer Chris Claremont and artist Alan Davis. Publication date, November 19.
What's the price of that one?
That's a smart follow-up. Since you asked about Excalibur number 15, I'll provide the value for both the classic 1989 issue and the more recent 2020 issue. The market value is generally low for both, as neither issue contains a major, iconic first appearance. 1. Excalibur #15, Volume 1, 1989. This issue is part of the classic Cross-Time Caper storyline and is valued primarily as a key piece of the Alan Davis run. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Mid-grade, fine/very good, $1.50 to $4.
$1.
High grade, near mint like new,
All right,
$5 to $9.
$1. Here's the $1. Ooh, I've never seen this. This is pretty cool. Look at this. Free Comic Book Day. Overstreet's Comic Book, 2016 Marketplace. Is there any value for Free Comic Book Day, Overstreet's Comic Book Marketplace from 2016?
That's a great question about a piece of Free Comic Book Day, FCBD, history. The Free Comic Book Day 2016 Overstreet's Comic Book Marketplace is an interesting item because it was a promotional comic/magazine distributed for free on FCBD by Gemstone Publishing, the publisher of the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. Estimated value. As a general rule, most FCBD books have very little monetary value unless they contain a major first appearance of a popular character, like the 2007 Amazing Spider-Man or the 2007 Umbrella Academy. The Overstreet FCBD issue is primarily informational and promotional, so it falls into the low-value category. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Ungraded, near mint, $2 to $5. CGC graded 9.8, highest grade, $10.
All right, $2. It was worth $1 more than the other one. All right, talk to me. We got another Excalibur. Is Excalibur issue number 88 valuable or
That's a
important?
very broad question. Excalibur is a significant property in the Marvel Comics, and it has existed in several forms.
Excalibur issue 88 Marvel Comics.
Falls right into a very significant and popular period of the original Excalibur run, known for its creative shift under a fan-favorite writer. Here is a full breakdown of Excalibur number 88 from the first series, 1988 to 1998. Excalibur number 88, Volume 1.
What's the value of issue number 88?
You're asking about Excalibur number 88, August 1995, which is the start of the highly regarded Dreamnail storyline by writer Warren Ellis. Like most non-key comics from the large print runs of the mid-1990s, the value is quite low and is mainly for the enjoyment of owning the comic, rather than as a financial.
Okay, see? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Tell me about Superman Batman issue number 73, Lois Lane Sacrifice.
That issue is a crucial part of a late-era storyline in the popular Superman/Batman 2003 series. Here's a breakdown of Superman/Batman number 73, 2010, focusing on the Lois Lane sacrifice element you mentioned. Superman/Batman number 73, 2003 series. Publication date, June 2010. Writers, Paul Levitz. Artist, Jerry Ordway. Story arc, Worship. Part 2 of 3. The story, Lois Lane's sacrifice, and the cult. This issue is the second part of the Worship story, which revolves around a dangerous group known as the Cult of Superman. The threat, the Cult of Superman, which consists of fanatical individuals who literally worship the Man of Steel, believes that to solidify their power,
1, 2. Is my mic back on? It's my mic turned off. Check 1, check 1, check 1. All right. It said my mic turned off, but I think I turned it back on. I hope it's back on. But anyway, when this book came out, when this run came out, I loved it. There's the cartoon. They made the cartoon off the first couple of issues. It's what is it called? Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. It's on YouTube. Definitely check it out. Awesome stuff. What's the value of this book?
You are asking about the value of Superman/Batman number 73 from the 2003 DC Comics series. The value of this book is generally very low, typical for a non-key issue from a high print run title in the modern era, 2000s and 2010s.
All right, that's $1. Oh, check this out. Batman. Batman. Tell me about DC Comics, Batman 66, issue number 1.
That's a fun one. Batman 66 number 1 is the start of a popular modern series that perfectly captures the spirit of the classic 1966 Adam West TV show. Batman 66 number 1, 2013. This series was a major hit for DC Comics, created to take advantage of the renewed public interest and finally resolved licensing issues surrounding the iconic TV show. Publication date, September 2013. Released digitally first in July.
What's the value of this book?
You are asking about the value of Batman 66 number 1 from 2013, the start of the series based on the classic Adam West TV show. The value of this comic is generally low for the standard edition, but increases significantly if you have a rare variant cover or a professionally graded copy. Estimated value of Batman 66 number 1, 2013 edition. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Standard edition, Mike Allred cover. Ungraded, near mint, $5 to $15. Standard edition, CGC graded 9.8, $100 to $250 plus. Jonathan Case variant.
Boom. This one goes over the $10 and above pile. All right. Oh, look. Superman's fighting the guy from Wildcats, from Image, right? Wildcats. Ain't that the bad guys from Wildcats? Tell me about the New 52 Superman, issue number 7.
That's a key issue in the early run of the New 52 era for Superman. You are referring to Superman, Volume 3, Number 7, which was released in 2012. This issue marked a creative team change and served as a transitional point in the series. Superman, Volume 3, Number 7, The New 52. Publication date, March 2012. Creative team. Writers, Keith Giffen and Dan Jurgens. Giffen co-plotted the story with Jurgens, who also provided the pencils. Penciler, Dan Jurgens, a legendary Superman creator having worked on The Death of Superman. Inker, Norm Rapmund. Story and significance, The New Direction. Issue number 7 was a significant jumping-on point for new readers and a change in creative direction. Plot focus. The story shifts focus slightly away from high-powered cosmic threats to more traditional Superman elements, including the dynamic at the Daily Planet. Perry White's past. The story explores the mysterious past of Perry White, the gruff but fair editor.
Value of this book, raw.
You are asking for the value of a raw, ungraded copy of Superman, The New 52, number 7 from 20.
All right, it says $3. $3. Ooh, look at this. Tell me about Marvel Comics Nightcrawler, issue 11.
That's a bit tricky, as Nightcrawler has had several solo comic series over the years, and you didn't specify the date. The most likely issue you're referring to is from the solo run published in the mid-2000s. Nightcrawler number 11, Volume 3, 2005. This issue is part of the second solo series for Kurt Wagner, which ran for 12 issues. Publication date, December 2005. Creative team. Writer, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa. Artist, Derek Robertson. Story and significance, Into the Abyss.
No, it's the one by Claremont, Knock, and Rosenberg.
You are absolutely right. Thank you for clarifying the creative team. That pinpoints the exact series you are interested in. You are referring to the most recent solo series for the character, which brought back legendary X-Men writer Chris Claremont. Nightcrawler number 11, Volume 4, 2014. Publication date, February 2015. Series run. This was the second to last issue of this specific 12-issue series.
Nightcrawler is a good X-Men arcade character. Yeah, man. I love poof, bamf. What's it? Bamf, bamf. What's the value of this book?
You are asking for the value of a raw, ungraded copy of Nightcrawler number 11 from the 2014 series, Volume 4, written by Chris Claremont. This issue is an affordable modern comic, and its value has remained close to its original cover price. Estimated value of Nightcrawler number 11, 2014, raw. Condition. Approximate retail value.
All right, $3. $3. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Value of the Mighty Avengers issue 248.
That issue refers to the original long-running series, The Avengers, Volume 1, number 248, published by Marvel Comics. Here is a breakdown of the value and significance of the book. Estimated value of Avengers number 248, 1984. The Avengers number 248 is generally a low to mid-value book from the Copper Age, 1980s. Its main significance is the continued appearances of the Eternals and the villain Maelstrom. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Notes. Low grade. Good to very good. $3 to $5. Reading copy value. Mid-grade. Fine to very fine.
All right, and the value of the Avengers issue 259.
That's a classic issue from the Copper Age of comics. You're asking about The Avengers, Volume 1, number 259, which was published in September 1985. Here's a detailed breakdown of the value and significance of this book. Estimated value of Avengers number 259, 1985. This issue is a standard collector's comic from the mid-1980s. It is not considered a major key like a first appearance, so its value is low to moderate. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Notes. Low grade. Good to very good. $2 to $5.
$2. It's an 85? I don't think this is 85. This looks, I could be wrong. Oh, this is like a near mint condition, man. Oh yeah, it was 85. How about that? 85. I've always seen this. I have no idea what it is. I've always seen that name. What issue is this? Number. Tell me about 100 Bullets, issue 85, November 07.
That's a great choice. 100 Bullets is an iconic, critically acclaimed neo-noir crime series published by DC Comics' mature readers imprint, Vertigo. Here is a breakdown of 100 Bullets number 85, which was released in the later stages of the series as the central conflict was.
What's the value of this book?
You are asking for the value of a raw, ungraded copy of 100 Bullets number 85, 2007, from Vertigo, DC Comics. As this is a non-key issue from a long, critically acclaimed series, its value is minimal and remains very close to its original cover price. Estimated value of 100 Bullets number 85 raw. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Notes. Ungraded, high grade, near mint. $3 to...
All right, $3. Oh, nice. Nice. I used to collect these. Marvel Universe. This is pretty cool. This was the Wikipedia I'm gonna keep this by the desk. That's a good one to go through. Ooh, look at this. I remember this. So I think this is the issue. Either they ask Spider-Man to join and he says no, or Spider-Man wants to join and then finds out the Avengers don't really make that much money, and then Spider-Man's like, oh, nah, screw this. It's one of those two. I don't remember. Okay, Google, tell me about the Avengers issue 237.
That's a classic issue from the Bronze Age of comics. You are asking about The Avengers, Volume 1, number 237, which was published in November 1983. This issue is the conclusion of a two-part storyline that is very notable for a specific event involving a popular hero. The Avengers #237, Volume 1, 1983. Title: Meltdowns and Mayhem, Part 2 of 2. Creative team: Roger Stern, writer, and Al Milgrom and Joe Sinnott, art. Guest star: Spider-Man. Story and significance: The Almost Avenger. This issue resolves the conflict at Project Pegasus and features a major
What's the value of this book, Raw?
You are asking about the value of a raw, ungraded copy of The Avengers, Volume 1, #237 from November 1983. This issue is famous for the scene where Spider-Man is denied membership in the Avengers. The value of this comic depends heavily on the condition and the specific cover price variant you own. Estimated value of Avengers #237, raw. Edition type: check cover price. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Notes: direct edition, 60 cents. Logo in barcode box. High grade, near mint, $10 to $20. The most common version, newsstand edition, 60 cents, barcode. High grade, near mint, $15 to $25. Slightly less common than the direct edition. Canadian price variant, CPV.
I have mint condition with the Spider-Man picture at the bottom in the corner.
That's a very helpful detail. The presence of the Spider-Man picture in the corner is the key feature that distinguishes the direct edition from the newsstand edition. Direct edition, sold only in comic book stores, it replaces the barcode with a unique graphic, which, for this issue, is a small picture of Spider-Man and the issue price. Newsstand edition, sold at grocery stores and newsstands, it features the standard black and white barcode box. Given that you have a mint condition, near mint or better, copy of the direct edition, here is your estimated value. Estimated value: Avengers #237, 1983, direct edition. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Notes: mint condition, near mint, 9.0 to 9.6, $15 to $25. This is the typical range for a clean, unused copy of this common edition. Original cover price: 60 cents. CGC.
All right. The other one was worth like $1. This one's worth anything. Let me see. All right, is Scarlet Witch comic issue number 2, issue number 4 worth anything?
That's an interesting question, as there have been a few different Scarlet Witch solo titles over the years. For modern comics like those you're asking,
From 94.
that's the key detail. You are referring to the 4-issue limited series, Scarlet Witch, Volume 2, 1994. This series, written by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, is notable because it delves into Scarlet Witch's magical origins and introduces a new, major villain who is a dark counterpart to Wanda. Here is the value and significance of issues number 2 and number 4 from that 1994 series. Scarlet Witch number 2, 1994. Significance: first appearance of Lore. This is the most important issue of the miniseries because it features the first appearance of Lore, an evil witch and alternate dimensional Nexus being, who looks exactly like Wanda. Lore acted as a major threat in this series and has appeared in subsequent stories. Condition: approximate retail value, USD. Notes: raw, high grade, near mint, $5 to $20. Value range is wide, but typically sells in the $10 to $15 range. CGC graded 9.8, highest grade, $100 to $200 plus. The value of this issue spiked during the WandaVision era due to the search for minor Scarlet Witch keys. Original cover price, $1.75. In summary, because of the first appearance of lore, issue number 2 is a minor key issue and the most valuable book in this 1994 set. A clean, raw copy is a good score in the $10 to $20 range. Scarlet Witch number 4, 1994. Significance. Finale of the arc. This issue is the final installment of the 4-part limited series, concluding the conflict with the villain lore and the storyline about Wanda's nature as a Nexus being. Condition. Approximate retail value, USD. Notes. Raw, high grade, near mint. $5 to $12.
All right.
Typical price range, lower than number 2. CGC graded 9.8, highest grade. $40 to $70.
All right. So I'll take it at 15 and I'll take the other one at 5. I really don't care how much the value of comic books are. I really don't, because I read them, you know, and I don't plan on reselling. I don't resell. And if I sell something, it's because I really need the money. And comic books, I've sold years ago when I needed money, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. And to be honest with you, I got rid of stuff I didn't know was going to be valuable. Who knew the Red Hulk number 1 was going to be so much money? But look at this, not bad, man. Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, man, $15, making me holla. All right, Night Stalkers, I have no interest. Are any of the Night Stalkers worth money? I have issue number 9 and issue number 11. Ooh,
That's a very specific piece of Marvel's 1990s horror history. Night Stalkers was a short-lived, 18 issues team series featuring Blade, Frank Drake, and Hannibal King, published in 1992 to 1994 as part of the Midnight Suns line. Overall, the series is not considered a high-value collector's run. Most issues are affordable reading copies. However, there are a few key issues that have some value, and your issues fall into the affordable back issue category. Here are the estimated values for the issues you have. Night Stalkers, Volume 1, 1992 to 1994. 1. Night Stalkers number 9, May 1993. Story significance.
Okay, it says $3. $3. All right, all right. Oh, hello there. Another Avengers book. Tell me about the Avengers issue 266. Is it a key? Is it valuable? How much is it worth raw?
That's a classic issue from the Copper Age of comics. You are asking about the Avengers, Volume 1, number 266, which was published in April 1986. Here is a full breakdown of the comic's significance, value, and key details. The Avengers number 266, April 1986. Is it a key issue? Yes, it is considered a significant, though minor, key issue. Epilogue to Secret Wars 2. This issue acts as the true epilogue to the massive crossover event, Secret Wars 2. The final issue of that miniseries, $9, had a somewhat ambiguous ending, and Avengers number 266 resolves the devastating environmental damage caused by the Beyonder. Significance to cosmic characters. The story centers around the Avengers, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman desperately seeking help from cosmic-level beings, specifically the Silver Surfer and the Molecule Man, Owen Reese.
Okay, I fast forward to the end. It says between 10 to 25. So that's a $10 book right there, man. What we got? Blackest Night, Green Lantern Corps, Children of the Corps, issue 41. Ooh, here we go. Another Hulk comic book. Look at this. Tell me, is the Incredible Hulk issue 425 direct edition value or key or important?
That's a very memorable issue from the Peter David run. You are asking about The Incredible Hulk number 425, which was published in January 1995. Here is a full breakdown of the comic's status, importance, and estimated raw value. The Incredible Hulk number 425, 1995. Is it a key?
It says $10. $10. Due to its special cover, Peter David's writing and pivotal story events, the value slightly higher than any typical 90s comic, but still generally affordable. $10, I'll take it. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Avengers X-Men. Oh, 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 oh. Spider-Man issue number 4. The Lizard Lives.
That's a very famous issue, especially for fans of 1990s comics. You are referring to Spider-Man, Volume 1, Number 4 from November 1990. This was written and drawn.
All right. Tom McFarlane book right here. We're looking at it. I said $5. Another $5. I never heard. I know there's a movie out there. I've never seen it too. The Sword of Solomon Kane. I'm not going to waste time. I don't know what year is this. This looks like cover's a little messed up, jacked up. I would say this looks like what 86, 87 art. 1985. Oh, I was off by a year. Marvel Comics, The Sword of Solomon Kane, issue number 2. Value.
That's a classic adaptation of Robert E. Howard's Puritan Adventurer. You are referring to The Sword of Solomon Kane Number 2, a 6-issue limited series.
Oh, it said $4, but it kind of messed up. $2. $2. Oh, here's a thickie. Marvel Superheroes. 93. It's got 3 stories. Who we got? Iron Man. Thor. X-Men. All right. Value of the Incredible Hulk, issue 418, issue 419, and issue 420.
That's a fantastic run of issues from the celebrated Peter David era of The Incredible Hulk. Issues number 418 to 420 are all from 1994, and each one holds some degree of importance or value. Here is a breakdown of the value and key details for each raw, ungraded comic in near mint NM condition. The Incredible Hulk number 418, number 419, and number 420, 1994. Issue. Key significance. Raw value. Near mint. CGC 9.8 value. Hash 418, June 1994. Major key issue. First appearance of Talos the Untamed, Skrull. Rick Jones and Marlo Chandler's wedding.
Just tell me the individual price for each one raw.
That's a very clear request. Here is the individual estimated retail value for each of those 3 raw, ungraded, Peter David Incredible Hulk issues in high grade, near mint condition. Individual raw values, near mint condition. Issue. Key significance. Approximate raw retail value, USD. The Incredible Hulk number 400.
All right. It says between $5 and $10 each one. So I'm going to list them at 5. Avengers issue 249, Demon Storm. Value.
That's an exciting issue. You are asking about The Avengers, Volume 1, number 249, which was published in November 1984. The cover title for this part of the run was The Mighty Avengers. The story you mentioned, Demon Storm, is a reference to a major cross.
Okay, it says between $8 and $18. So I'm going to list this one at 10. Oh, got 2 more. You got another 100 bullets. Value of 100 bullets, issue number 88.
That's another issue from the acclaimed Vertigo series 100 Bullets. You are asking about 100 Bullets number 88 from the original run, published in February 2008, with an April 2008 cover date. Story and significance: My Lonely Friend. Creative team: the series features the consistent, celebrated team of Brian Azzarello, writer, and Eduardo Risso, artist, with covers by Dave Johnson. Plot.
All right, it says $3. Okay. The Mighty Avengers, issue 242. Value.
That's a key issue in setting up one of the biggest Marvel events of the 1980s. You are asking about The Avengers, Volume 1, number 242, which was published in April 1984. Here is a breakdown of the comic's significance and estimated value. The Avengers, number 242, 1984. Easy come, easy go. Is it a key or important issue? Yes, it is a significant key issue, primarily because it directly leads into the original Secret Wars event, The Vanishing Act. This issue is famous for the surprise ending where 6 of the core Avengers, Captain America, Captain Marvel / Monica Rambeau, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Thor, and Wasp, are suddenly teleported away by the Beyonder. Set up for Secret Wars, their Vanishing Act provides the immediate setup and catalyst for the heroes' appearance in the inaugural crossover miniseries, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 1, which came out the following month. Vision's new role. The story features Vision successfully restoring his mobility and temporarily adopting a more authoritarian and serious personality, a consequence of his attempt to interface with the world's computers earlier in the run. Hawkeye's marriage. The issue also features a surprise party for Hawkeye and Mockingbird's marriage, bringing back Captain America and Thor for a moment of celebratory character interaction before the world-shaking events begin. How much is it worth raw, ungraded? Due to its role as a prelude to Secret Wars, this issue holds a respectable value for a Copper Age comic, especially in high grade. Edition type. Condition. Approximate raw retail value, USD. Notes. High grade. Near mint. $15 to $25. A clean, sharp copy. Value is driven by the Secret Wars connection.
$10 right there. Okay. All right. So everything in this pile, I'm going to estimate $2, right? So focus. Focus. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 times 2.
27 multiplied by 2 equals 54.
Okay, all I'm going to say is this pile right here, right? This pile right here. Add one more. This pile right here paid off the box. Came in one of these boxes right here. This paid off the box. Chris jumping on this late. What are you doing up this late, man? What's up, brother? Just going through some comics I just picked up. And just this pile right here, all estimated at $2 a pop. Some go for 5, some go for 3, some for 4. They're all in pretty good shape. I'm just trying to justify how much I spent. So This pile right here, like I said, and it's some good stuff to read. It's some stuff in here I've never read before, and there's stuff that I've always been interested and never picked up. Okay, so that was that pile. Now we're like, it's $10. No, it's $10. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. $90, 100, 110. Oh, this was 105. That's 120, 130, 140. Have no price about this one, so I'm just gonna put that on the side. So was that 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 195 plus this one. Okay, so I'm gonna just say I'm just gonna round it up. I'm just gonna round up $200, and I got some key issues. There are some key, like the Scarlet Witch was a key issue. The Avengers is a key issue. Granted, some of them were $5, but some of them were 15. I think the highest book tonight, I think was $20, but not bad, man. That's my first time. Where'd you pick up the comics from? I went on Whatnot. I don't know if you heard of Whatnot. Whatnot's an app. Well, mine's an app. I don't think you get on the website where they do bids. They do bids, straight up bids, and remember that whole issue. They do straight up bids, and yeah, I got this box. Somebody was bidding me up. I'll be honest with you. I was trying to get these Avengers. I had them. I had these Avengers years ago, and I sold them. So I was just trying to pick them up again, and I saw a couple of things in there, like that Batman 66. I want to read that tonight. Like who knew? I would have seen this in the dollar bin every day. This is a $15 book. This is a key issue too. Scarlet Witch. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but $15. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me put these away. Let me see. Do I got time? Yeah, I think I got time. Should I open up the next box? You guys still awake? I got one more box of toys. Let me get my books out. I'm gonna be doing some reading. That out. That out. Hope. I'm just going through them. Stand by. All right. I got a mess all over here. Chris, last week I picked up some He-Man figures. I picked up an original He-Man. Granted, he didn't have the weapons, but he was all together. He's the original He-Man and the original Skeletor. The Skeletor had busted legs, but I have my original one, so I have all the pieces. But just for the body alone, and he was still working, it was $5. I got him off this website. I bid it and I got $5. and I got a bunch of GI Joes for $5, and I got a Lifeline complete Lifeline for $18. All right, this is my reading material for the next couple of days. I picked this one. This one looks crazy. Spider-Man and the Kung Fu Masters. I'm definitely checking out Batman 66 and Rescue Man. This looks like it could be an independent comic book. Google didn't know what it was, so I'm going to be investigating that. All right, here we go. What's in the box? Here's another one. What's in the box? What's in the box? I'll give you a hint. It's small, metal, small and metal, small and metal. I'll give you a hint. Let me know somebody who knows who can answer that first in the comic to guess what do you think it's in the box. I bought some Rambo toys yesterday. Rambo, Tough Man, he starts to average all weapons. Nice. Nice. I see. I got to stay away because once they start going around, I used to have the Rambo figures too. I wonder what happened to mine. I don't remember what happened to mine. But once they start going down the rabbit hole, it's like, oh, look, I got one Rambo finger. Next thing you know, I'm buying the tank, everything else. What do we got here? Crazy ass. Some crazy ass packaging. Here we go. What could it be? What could it be now? Oh my God. Oh, these are the Hot Wheels I got. Okay. Okay. Do these real quick. Oh, they packaged these nice for me. Yo, these were I was getting these Hot Wheels like for $2 a pop with free shipping too. Some of them went up to 4. I think one went up to 7. Fucking guy bid me up. But these were going for $2 a pop. I'm gonna be racing these guys in the track behind. I don't know if you can see the track down there in the floor. I'm gonna be racing them on that track pretty soon live. Oh, I thought it was hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? My brother collects Hot Wheels. I can't believe I don't collect Hot Wheels, but I bought that racetrack and I was gonna do some racing just to fuck around. But then I was like, all right, let me just pick up a couple of modern Hot Wheels. I still have my old ones from back in the day when I was a kid. And I was like, let me get some modern ones because my shit looks all fucked up and banged up. It looks like they were still Hot Wheels from Detroit, 80s style. But so I said, let me get some new ones. And then I said, let me get some movie theme ones. Check this out. Fa 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 fa. What is that? What type of car is that? Look at that. A Rebel Alliance car. The Empire Strikes Back. That one. Oh, look at this. Jet Threat. Jet Threat 3.0. It's the Star Wars Rebels. Chris, you're gonna like this one. Chris, you're gonna like this next one. You probably have it or 20 versions of it, but still though. I saw this, I bid on it. I'm like, hell yeah, look at this motherfucker. That shit is hot. Oh, look, it's got a Batman in there. My cousin had the original one from back in the day. It had Batman and Robin in there. Look at that, boy. I like this TV series Batman. That's pretty high. I like that one. I can't wait to race this son of a bitch down the ramp. Yeah, man. I saw this. I think I paid $4 for this. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I want them. That shit is sweet looking. All right. So I was on this guy's site, and I'm not even exaggerating. These guys were pumping out a car every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds, they were selling a car, and it was just like boom, boom. That's how fast they were selling them. Like if you blinked, I was like, damn it. All right. I got this one because I was trying to get the pink one too, but I couldn't get the pink one. But here's the Barbie convertible, but here's the blue version. But that's bad. That's still badass. That's a '56 Corvette right there. I don't give a fuck who drives that car. That's a sweet car any day. I don't give a fuck if it's Barbie, Ken, James Bond. That is a nice looking. Speaking of movie cars, I saw this one, man. I think I bet $4 on this one too. The DeLorean, baby, from Back to the Future. Dun, 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 dun. Power, love is a curious thing. Look at that motherfucker. You made a time machine out of a DeLorean? Ah, fuck. I'll put this oh my god, I can't. I'm going. The Batmobile is going to be racing the DeLorean. Oh, good stuff coming up. I just picked this one up because I needed a new type of car, and it's yellow. It pops. What is this? A Nissan S Porto. I mean, he was. They were doing. Dude. I know, man. I couldn't find it, and like I said, bro, this company was on all day, and I was waiting and waiting for an Austin Martin, any James Bond car. The one from the submarine one, the white one from the Spy Who Loved Me, or whatever. I was waiting for any freaking James Bond car to come up. I actually probably thought this was an Austin. I didn't have my glasses on. I probably was like, "What's that? An Austin Martin?" Oh no, it's a Barbie Corvette. It's a Barbie Corvette. Oh, here's a cool little one I got also, just because, just to have a different car. Look at this bad boy, man. Chris, this is something that looks like you would drive. I'm going to go get cigarettes. Oh. Ford Model A Custom 31. Look at that bad boy. Okay, so I did pick up another Batmobile, and this is the one from Batman Superman. This is the Ben Affleck mobile. Affleck. This is the one where Superman rips off the hood, right? Do you plead? This is the I'll put you with this one. I'll put the Star Wars sticker, right? That man up top. Okay, the last one I got from these guys. Chris, you're gonna like this. I think Superman messes him up. So, something I gotta go back and watch that. Superman messes him up, and then he rips off the hood of the car, and it's like the bat ends tonight. The bat dies tonight. Then Batman's like, where does it go? Hold on. Oh, hold on a second. And then Batman's like,
check 1, 2. He's like, do you plead? He's like, Martha, why did you say Martha? I'm Batman.
but all right, now for the last car I got from these people. Yeah, Batman did whip his ass, bro. He cracked. He cracked. What? He cracked Superman's head. What, with a sink? He fucked him up, boy. He fucked him up. He did fuck him up. Chris, check this out, man. The last one I got from the guys. So we're gonna have the Batmobile race the DeLorean. I almost said the Mandalorian. The Batmobile, 66 Batmobile, is gonna race the DeLorean, and also, dun, 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 dun. Oh, Knight Rider, baby! Oh, look, you can see the red. Beep, beep, beep. So this is crazy. So like I said, they were selling each car, each bid was going for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, right? I was feeding my dog. And thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm happy with this shit right here. Like I said, it's not that I'm a Hot Wheels collector, but they're the movie ones. It's different. Like, this is just bullshit right here. And these I got for $2. You know, not bad, $1 each, whatever. And then, but I was like, this is fucking cool. I got the 18 van from back in the day. I got my 18 van, and I got to whip him out. And I just picked up, not that long ago, I picked up the He-Man cars, and I picked up the Ninja Turtle van. So I can't wait to display them all. So check it out. So I got Kit, right, for Knight Rider. I got the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Batman, another Batman. Very cool. Very cool. All right. I got a couple more things to show you, and then I am done. Oh my god. I should shut up though. I can't do it tonight. I want to set up the other camera so I can just erase these motherfuckers. I thought I got more from them actually. I thought I did. All right. Up next, I've had these for a long time. I actually bought these when I was visiting Virginia years ago. I was visiting my mom, and while I was down here, I was hitting all the Toys R Us's. Remember, there used to be like 5 Toys R Us's down here, and I was hitting all of them. So check this out: Ultimate Marvel die-cast collection. Who makes these? Maestro? Yeah, Maestro. Check that Cyclops out. Look at that bad. I'm gonna race these bad boys. Look at them, man. Look at that badass. Plymouth Hemi, Barracuda. I love it when the plans come together. Yeah, referring to the 18 van. Yeah, I gotta go get them. Have you seen the Running Man? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. Okay, I heard it's very like the book, but I did not enjoy that movie. I'm sorry, I did not enjoy that movie. I thought the guy, his acting was like, I know he's supposed to be angry, but there's other ways to do that. I'm sorry, I didn't enjoy the movie. It was all right. I just didn't enjoy it. I mean, it's called The Running Man. The guy's supposed to be hiding, and the minute he gets to the hotel, he's walking around in a towel. You know what I'm saying? The scene before he gets to the hotel, before he gets to Boston or whatever, he's in the first hotel in New York. He spends all his time doing the makeup, the mustache, all this stuff to get what? The last act ruined the movie for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. With the whole plane, but they say that's the way it's like the book. I feel if they would remake the original version a more serious, I think it'd be a better movie. The guy barely ran, man. Think about it, right? Think about it. He goes to he goes to he takes off. He goes to Frank Gallagher from Shameless. He gets his stuff from Shameless, right? The mustache, the fake ID, and then he goes to New York. New York is the first place he runs to hide. He hides in a fancy hotel, then realizes he's going to get caught. So he leaves the hotel and he goes up to Boston, stays in a shady hotel in Boston, and then they catch him again. I mean, they catch up to him again. He burns down the place. Where do you go after? And then after Boston, he ends up with the black family, right? And then the black family help him out. He gets to the border of Canada, hijacks the girl, then gets on the plane, gets captured on the plane, and then in the book, they have the Schwarzenegger Running Man on Blu-ray in it for that 1 minute. I've never read the book, just love the Schwarzenegger version. They have the So in the original book, if you don't know, spoilers, if you don't know, in the original book, the Running Man, he crashes the plane into the game show place, Richard Dawson style, 9/11 style, I mean, and that's how the book ends. And this one, it kind of happens, but then you see him at the end, and whatever, blah blah blah. I don't know. The first movie had, as corny as the first movie was, the first movie did have Richard Dawson, who was fucking amazing in that movie, and Arnold. And Arnold's Arnold. So either you love Arnold. If you love 80s Arnold, you love 80s Arnold. If you don't, you don't. There's no in between. But I don't recommend seeing, I personally don't recommend seeing The Running Man in the theater after spending $10, popcorn and whatever. And if you take somebody with you, you're now up to $100. I definitely wait for it on, seriously, I wait for it on FX cable. That's how I rate that movie. They certainly needed Richard Dawson in it. Yeah. It lagged. And there was, I felt no tension. I felt no tension. I don't know. To me, it was like a big miss. And I was really looking forward to it. But all right, let me wrap this up. All right, so we got a Cyclops, Plymouth Hemi-Cuda, Barracuda. I hope that fits in the track. Oh, racy son of bitches. Oh, look at this, Doctor Doom. I make house calls. It's an ambulance, Doctor Doom. That's awesome. I don't know how this motherfucker's driving, but he got himself a Buick Bengal and a convertible, so he could smell the traffic lights. Daredevil driving a freaking car. How about that? Who knew, bro? Who knew? Oh, Chris, you're gonna like this one. Oh, this is from a different company. This is Johnny Lightning. Look at this Captain America, baby. What is that? A 57 Chevy? What is that? Doesn't tell you the name type of car. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I think I have one more. That looks sweet too. That is sweet looking. Oh, here it is. It's no. It looks like a 57 Chevy or a Bel Air. I just can't. What's it say over there? What number is Cap? Cap is number 3. Let me try to focus that. Number 3, Captain America is a 56 Chevy convertible. There you go, Captain America, 56 Chevy convertible. That is pretty sweet looking. You need a speed racer. Yeah, Speed Racer. The Austin Martin. The track fits 4 actually. So I know I want those. And like I said, I got these years ago just for shits and giggles. I would pick them up. I would see them, I'd pick them up. But now with like that Knight Rider and shit like that. Oh, Knight Rider, they made car also. That's what I was saying. So when I was bidding for Knight Rider, I went to go walk the dog afterwards. And then when I looked up, I saw they were selling car, Knight Rider's Enemy. And I missed out on that bid. Literally, I missed out on that bid because I looked away for 5 seconds and somebody got it. I was so upset. All right, here we go. So when you're gonna punish the guilty, you need to be in a Dodge Viper, white, so they see you coming. Why a white Viper, Frank Castle? So they see me coming. The Punisher. Oh, look at this. When Storm's not flying, she drives a Chrysler Atlantic. Do we even still make Chrysler Atlantics? They made a Knight Rider Transformer. That's awesome. He talks. Oh, I gotta check that out. It's crazy. All these Transformers, like G.I. Joe, and I like those. Have you seen those? Where like his tank transforms like into Megatron and shit like that? Oh, look at this. Spider-Man drives around in his Chevy pickup. Spider-Man. Series 1, number 22 out of 25. Oh, check it out. To match. I haven't seen those, but they sound cool. I dropped. All right. So check it out. So Captain America got that cool car, and Johnny Lightning makes some cool ones. Look at this. I got X-Men. Look what Phoenix is driving. That looks like a what? What is that? Is that a Continental? That looks like a Lincoln. Yeah, look, it's got the tire. What number is she? She is number 6. Number 6 is a custom Continental, Lincoln Continental, baby. Donnie Brasco, you telling me a Lincoln Continental is better than a Cadillac? Oh, snap. All right. So you got Iron Man in a GMC truck, right? It's like a haul around his equipment when he crashes. There's Iron Man, right? Her Lincoln reminds me of Janis Joplin's cars. Yeah. And they also smell like cigarettes and booze. All right, question. So they gave the Incredible Hulk, right? They gave the Hulk a Hummer, a green Hummer, right? So that's a big, heavy duty car for the Hulk. Oh, look at him, right? Look at him on the hood. That's awesome. So if they gave Hulk a Hummer, what type of car do you think they gave Thor? Right? Iron Man was a pickup truck. You got strong ass Hulk, probably the biggest besides the ambulance, Doctor Doom, because he's a doctor. You got Hulk. What type of car do you think they gave Thor? That is the question. He's a billionaire. Why would you drive it? Uh, so till this exact day, I still laugh when I realize every time I look at these, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Look at Daredevil. Oh, that's cool. Look at the Punisher and the Viper. Even hell yeah. No clue, right? No clue. And you see Hulk in the Hummer, and you're like, oh my god. And then you get to Thor, bro. The fucking mighty Thor. Look what they give him. Some little hatchback. Fucking Thor doesn't even fit in this car. What is this? Oh, at least it's a caddy. At least it's a Cadillac. But still, no, bro. Thor doesn't even fit in this car. And they did my man wrong, just like always. They do Thor wrong. Well, I expect like a Jeep, something. Yeah, man. They did Thor. They always do Thor wrong, man. Look at them. Look what they gave him, bro. I think that's even a freaking handicap pass sticker in the license plate. What the fuck, bro? This cap is sweet, bro. Look at that Captain America. That is pretty sweet, man. Oh, the hood opens up. I gotta look into these, man. I gotta check these out more. Oh, look at that. X-Men 59 DeSoto. Oh, there's a 59 El Camino. Yo, these are like all nice hot rods. I'm gonna have to look into these. These are nice. So. Well, I am right about time. Yeah, I hit the 2-hour mark. Hey, you've been watching the 757 Hustle Show. Chris, thanks for stopping by, brother. Chris, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Going anywhere? I love the cop car. It reminds me of JFK. Hate watching without the hate. Oh, come on, man. It's all fun. These are my babies. These are my babies. I collected these years ago. You can tell, look, they've been sitting in boxes. They've moved from Virginia. I transported them to New York City, and then they came back to Virginia again, and they've been sitting in boxes for such a long time. Hey man, if you're watching me in the comments right now, let me know. Hit a hashtag turkey. Give me a hashtag turkey and let me know you're in the comments, and maybe I'll stay on and play a game. It depends on how many people are here. But let me put these suckers away. And I forgot to mention. Look at this. They come with the little plaque of the actual comic book. The artwork is based off of. So that's pretty cool too. I think that's pretty cool. Daredevil. Where are you driving, Daredevil? Okay, Google. Has Daredevil driven a car in the comics before? I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's somewhere.
Yes, Daredevil has driven a car in the comics multiple times, using his enhanced senses to navigate, although it is not his preferred or most practical method of travel.
All right, I'm calling bullshit on that. Hey. Yeah, man, I did good. These were the comics I got. These are my reading material I picked up from the box. So I got about what? Almost close to 200. It was a little shy of $5 or whatever, but about $200. And I paid off the box. $200 profit in that book. Not that I'm selling them or anything. It's just, I kind of went a little overboard shopping. Chris, I don't remember. Are you a Kevin Smith fan? Yeah, that is bullshit. I don't remember if you're a Kevin Smith fan or not. If you are, let me know. If you're not, don't worry. It's not important. Let me see. Okay, I got everything. I'm really upset. I can't find my other. I'll bag a couple more books. That's what I'll do. I'll bag a couple more of my own books. Oh, these are mine. These are from my original collections. Well, I didn't. I'm a fan of the original stuff, of course, like always. But I don't know if you've seen the videos. I was there a couple of weeks ago before Halloween, and we stopped by. We went to the quickie stop. I got this autograph from his comic book. I have yet to read it though. I got to read it, so it's pretty cool. So that's supposed to be Brenda from Mallrats, and that's supposed to be Jason Lee Brody from Mallrats. So, but he signed it though. It's pretty cool. I got it for free. It's pretty badass. I got this for free, but I had to pay to go to the event. I had to pay to get to the hotel to stay there, but I got this for free though. We're back to bagging. Yeah, man, I gotta finish this, man. I gotta finish my collection. Look at this. I'm gonna finish this pack. We'll be quick. I'm just trying to find the ones I need bagging. Check it out. Actually, I'm gonna just run through these real quick so I can put them away. These are pretty good. All right, that's my original Secret Wars #1. Here's my Web of Spider-Man #1. Okay, Google. Web of Spider-Man #1. Rack price raw.
The value of a raw, ungraded, Amazing Spider-Man #1, 1963, varies widely based on its condition. Recent sales for low-grade raw copies have been reported from around $1,900 to over $9,600 for better condition examples. A high-grade copy sold for a record $1.38 million after being professionally graded as CGC 9.8.
Sorry, I was reading your comments. That sucker said $1 million. How much is this book? Sorry. How much is regular price of Web of Spider-Man #1?
Assuming you mean the 1977 comic What If? #1 featuring
Oh.
Spider-Man joining the
Web of Spider-Man, issue 1, book price value.
Web of Spider-Man is a Marvel comic series that ran in 2 volumes. Volume 1 ran for 129 issues.
What's the price for Web of Spider-Man #1, volume 1?
The price for a raw, ungraded copy of Web of Spider-Man #1, Volume 1, 1985, can vary significantly based on its condition and the specific edition. Here's a general price range for raw copies.
All right, it's $10. Anyway, these are my #1s. Here's the Falcon #1 I had. Check this one. I used to have the poster for this. It is a Captain America annual featuring Wolverine. I'm the best at what I do, bub. Batman Beyond, Batman versus Batman. Did you guys ever watch the Batman Beyond cartoon? I was late to that show. And then when I finally started watching it, I'm like, ooh, I like this. Especially the movie, right? The movie. Check it out for you Batman fans. Anybody know what this is? This is the start of who? Who's going to premiere in this story? That guy right there. The Tim Drake Robin right there. Remember the first time? Superman versus... All right. I'm upset I can't find my other plastics. All right, dudes. Actually, Steve Rudy's working on his Nexus cartoon. I can't wait for this to happen. Robin #2. Yeah, that's right. That's Tim Drake Robin. Scotty, you still there? Scotty? The other Scotty. Not Chris Molly. Hey, you've been watching 757 Hustle Show. I can't believe it is now 12:38. We went, like I said earlier today, we were giving out turkeys today. We've been doing it for like the last 10 years. And we gave out 25 turkeys today. So that is a lot of poultry, bro. Scotty does know. I got to rewatch that. Right? Excuse it. Trying to. I got OCD, so I'm waiting for an even time to jump off. I can't clock out on an odd time. But Hey, you've been watching 757 Hustle. My name is George, and maybe I'll be on again tomorrow night. Depends. Don't forget, all next week. George, have you been seeing Superman? It's on Amazon Prime. George, you have been selling Superman. It's on what? George, have you seen selling Superman? No. Selling Superman. No, I got. What is that? A documentary? A Superman doc? No, I got to go see that. Actually, probably go see it now and fall asleep to it. I have Amazon Prime. Selling Superman. No, I got to go check that out. Is it about the guys? I'm about to make brisket burgers and watch Chinatown. Nice. Is Selling Superman about the guys who wrote Superman and selling them? I forgot the name. Joel Schuster and Rickenbacker popcorn. Okay, Google. What is Selling Superman about?
Selling Superman is a 4-part documentary series that is about much more than just comic books. It centers on Darren Watts as he deals with the aftermath of his estranged father's death and inherits an enormous, hidden comic book collection of over 300,000 issues, which includes a rare copy of Superman #1 valued at millions of dollars. The documentary explores several key themes: a family secret and legacy. The collection was a closely guarded secret by his father for 40 years, who was an...
Whoa. Is this based on a true story?
Yes, the documentary Selling Superman is based on a true story. It chronicles the real-life experience of Darren Watts, a man from Metro Detroit who inherited a massive secret comic...
Stop it. I'd watch the trailer, but it's freaking Warner Brothers, and they ding me. Warner Brothers likes to ding you even for the video. Even if you play no audio. That's why I can't do any those type of reviews. But I'm addicted to Hot Wheels. I'm not addicted yet. I'm testing the waters. And you can see the track back there. That orange track going all the way up the wall like that. Yeah, I got some ideas coming. Yeah, so we're gonna be in a... I've heard about that guy. I've never heard of him. I've never heard of this. Let me see if I can bring up the trailer. I'll fuck it. I'll try it anyway. If I get dinged, I'll cut it out. We'll watch it live together. And if I get dinged, I'll cut it out on post. You're watching the 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. We're hanging out here on November 21st, 2025. I got my peeps. I got my peeps in the audience. We're talking. They just told me about selling Superman. I know about selling crack. I know about selling weed, but I never heard about selling Superman. I thought it was some sort of sexual thing, but it's not. All the kids are doing it, bro. 6'7" is now called Selling Superman. Let's see. Selling. How you spell Superman? S-U-P. Selling Superman. All right. Trailer. Pause. Okay, stand by. Let me bring this up. I'm ad-libbing. We're ad-libbing here, folks. Off script. Share screen. Window. Selling Superman. Share screen. Boom. Boom. And I gotta add it to the screen. Let me remove the second cam and add to stage. All right, here we go. You're watching the 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. I've just been informed about a 4-part documentary on Amazon Prime called Selling Superman. I had no idea what it was about. I just heard what I was just about just a few seconds ago. So fuck it. Let's check it out together. Here we go. I'm going to be pausing it here and there so I don't get dinged by YouTube, okay? So don't get pissed off if I pause the trailer a couple of times.
I was too busy raising my kids to realize what was happening.
Certain rooms in the house were off limits.
I would go over and you'd see like 30 boxes covered with a sheet. And I was like, what's that? He's like, it's nothing.
It's nothing. Get away from my shit. It sounds like my older cousins. I used to go to my cousin's house. He had this stack of Avengers there. And I've been wanting to read them. I was like, Georgie, don't even read my shit. Don't even look at my shit.
We don't tell anybody about this.
That was it for 40 years.
I had to escape. I remember seeing a therapist and I finally let it out. My husband has comics.
My father got the first solo issue of Superman from 1939. It was locked away for decades. We found out that was the second.
7.0. Okay, now I've seen this thumbnail. This picture floating around. Okay, Google. What's the price of a graded, a slabbed 7.0 Superman?
That's a very specific question. The term A-slabs is not a standard, official term used by major comic book grading companies like CGC, Certified Guarantee.
What's a graded 7.0 Superman #1 go for?
That is one of the most valuable comic books in existence. A CGC graded 7.0, fine, very fine copy of
I lost them. What happened? Where'd you go?
Superman #1, 1939, is an incredibly rare and sought-after comic, and its price is in the millions of dollars.
Wow. $2,340,000 in auction. Yikes. First it was, wow, that's crazy. Who knew? You go back in time. You guys go back in time, you just got to get like 5 of these. You know what I'm saying? Just get 5 of these and put them away. I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot do that.
The nicest copy of that book on the planet. That book could easily go for $3 to $4 million.
2.3, buddy. 2.3.
I inherited over 1 million collectibles.
What's that box value then?
80 to 90,000. Just right here. My father had Asperger's, but not knowing it caused a lot of friction. It seems like ultimate fixation and hoarding. He kept.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy. And my Uncle Joe used to collect comic books too, and he only liked to collect issue 1s, first issues. So he had just like massive, just all issue 1s, #1s. That's the first time I read Giant X-Men #1 because he had it. Can you imagine hitting something like this? Is like every nerd's dream, right? Every collector's dream, hitting that one storage U in it, having that one uncle pass away, the creepy one.
Collecting and needed more space and more space and more space.
You have no idea how oppressive he can be.
He was constantly neurotic about the security of the collection. We have each of them humidity controlled, climate controlled, multiple layers of security.
Look at that. Climate control. And I'm over here. Freaking bagging books, bro. Sweating. I don't even wash my hands. I've seen people handle these books. These books with gloves and shit like that. How big was his #1 collection? He had a lot of stuff, man. I'm talking about he had DC, he had New Gods, I never forget, there was a lot of Jack Kirby. There was a lot of Jack Kirby stuff, and he had early Marvel stuff. I mean, it was just and it would be like everything. Like Star Wars. I never forget he had Star Wars and even like the movie versions, like Marvel Comics Return of the Jedi version of Star Wars, the comic book version. So when I lived in New York, my aunt and uncle lived out in the suburbs. And so when my grandmother came to visit us from Colombia, my mom, I was 7th grade, 8th grade. My mom would send me over with my grandma to spend the weekends with my aunt and uncle. So while I was there, I'd be hogging up his books. And he had a movie. He was my original Blockbuster. He had galore. I used to go, hey, Uncle Joe, do you have Aliens? And he would show me Aliens, but the deal was, this is the deal. If I show you Aliens, you got to watch a movie that's good. So he would show me Citizen Kane or something like that. He educated me. In film and in music too, actually. So, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, man. I used to love going through his shit. And he used to have a notepad. What was that? A memo pad or whatever, like a big old yellow memo pad. And it would say cassette #1, Jaws, Return of the Jedi, E.T. Cassette #2. It was like that. So whenever and then he would have one all alphabetically ordered. So when you want to go get shit, so good times, man, good times. And you know what the funny part is? The funny part is where he lived. Eventually, a Blockbuster opened up down the street. How fucking funny is that? I think that's when he stopped recording shit. Literally, we used to literally, like fucking 50 feet away, a Blockbuster opened up. The Marvel Star Wars #1 with 35 cents price tag is worth a lot today. It was only released in test markets. I'm telling you, he had, and like I said, he had a lot of the limited series stuff too. But I'm trying to remember. I know on the New Gods one, I don't know why it's always popping into my head because I was like, oh look, it's Jack Kirby. But my internet went out for a minute. I missed the last few minutes. Crap. You didn't miss much. So I was just talking about Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe is #1s. So check it out. We're watching a video right now. Selling Superman. The trailer's out. I guess this guy got his father, right? It's his father's collection. Had a Superman #1 in there.
He would have thought that was cool.
I'm sure his father loved him, but I don't know if Darren truly felt it. Nothing Darren did was ever good enough.
He made like livable.
When your dad's collecting that many comic books, he's not into you. I'm sorry. If your pop is collecting that many comic books, he's not into you.
But not worth living. I divorced. I said, I don't want any part of them.
If I wasn't around, there would be a big dumpster outside.
Look at this. That's what my desk looks like right now. That's what my desk looks like right now.
And she would just throw them in. Actually, she'd recycle them. We have no idea what's in that box.
Oh, wow. I need that.
In that box.
Oh, wow. I need that.
Okay.
Yeah, I need that.
Look at that poster in the background. You see that poster in the
We have
background?
no idea.
Boom. What's that poster say? Mall rats. That's the same poster I got. It's the same poster I got with the comic book.
Yeah, what's in that box?
Oh, wow. I need that.
Fantastic Four. That's the Century right there.
Okay.
Look at that Silver Surfer. Yeah, but these books look beat up though. Don't act like, oh, this is $30,000. That's just not in mint condition. I could see the yellow from here.
Yeah, I need that too.
Where do we go from
It's only worth $15,000.
here? That's the question, right?
Comics are super valuable and they're booming. Why? Hollywood.
We're just still seeing the rise of the comics.
Who would pay this much money for such a book? It's fascinating.
When did this documentary come out? When did Selling Superman premiere?
The documentary series, Selling Superman, had a few different premiere dates.
All right. 04. These burgers are smelling good. Seller's going to be here begging for cheese. Yeah. Now I'm getting hungry too. I ate early tonight.
I'd sell it. You want to give me $3.5 million for that comic? Bye-bye.
I'd buy it. Would you buy it if you had the money? You know? Didn't Todd McFarlane buy Nolan Ryan's baseball a long time ago, for $3 million at an auction? A baseball. I don't think anybody in 10 years would care about that baseball. Or Todd McFarlane, but everybody, Superman #1, that son of a bitch is going to be worth money until the end of time.
There is a little bit of a responsibility to make sure some of this stuff is preserved. This stuff survived world wars, depressions, cultural differences, racial realizations, women's rights. Everything is reflected in these stories. I want to work with people.
Nice. I like that. That's pretty cool, man. That's still sweet, though. I don't give a fuck what shape those books are in. Just to have them in your hand, to smell them.
That want to be involved in sharing it.
We're going to put so many
Oh, there you go. Got that X-Force right there.
of these books
Oh, look at them Ghost Riders. That's pretty cool.
in the right hand. The people are going to lose their
Look at that. Slabs. They put these comic books in tombs. How do you entomb a comic book, man? Such a shame. Never to be opened again unless you crack them.
It'd be amazing to have some of these key books end up with the biggest fan of Superman or the biggest fan of Batman. How do we find those people?
Clearly, trust is a huge thing. Well, what if we pick them up and blindfold them? If I say something offensive, it will be cut out, right?
It'll be very interesting, the kind of people that we...
Where are they from? Gen B? Let's work. What, the guy from Selling Superman, what state are they from?
The family at the center of the documentary, Darren Watts.
Detroit.
we deal with along the way and what their intentions are for acquiring some of these collectibles.
One of my buddies came by, he saw the books in the hatchback, and he's like, oh, hatchback comics.
Kid and the dad, I guess. And the hatchback dad.
This is crazy.
The stuff in here is worthy of being in a safe like this.
What? Are you kidding me?
Amazing Spider-Man 101, 9.8.
Okay, Google. Amazing Spider-Man 101, 9.8 grade.
That is a highly desirable comic. Amazing Spider-Man number 101, 1971, is a major key issue as it features the first appearance of Morbius, the living vampire, and has Gil Kane artwork.
No way. It says 14 to 20 grand at an auction. Ouch. See, if you ever go back in time, buy comic books. Certain comic books. Don't go buying fucking Archie. Don't fucking fuck up, McFly.
There's
and
4
buy Archie.
copies of it there.
You need a new safe.
This is unbelievable.
There you go. That's the Star Wars number 1 right there, Chris. You saw it? Right there. Star Wars number 1. Star Wars number 1. Marvel Comics.
That's
Great.
a landmark comic book. The original Star Wars number 1 was published by Marvel Comics in 1977 to coincide with the release of the film Star Wars: A New Hope. It is historically significant as it contains the first comic book appearances of nearly all the main characters of the original trilogy.
No way. Between 3,800 to 4,500 for that book. And if it says reprint, even if it says reprint next to Luke Skywalker's foot, it is worth between 50 and 150 bucks. For the other one, yeah, that was graded for, if they say 9 point something, that means usually graded. Hey, Chris, do you still own that Godzilla game for PS4?
I did almost cry, not gonna lie.
I never got to look at one of those while he was alive, and I really wanted to.
My dad was not into comic books. My dad was not into superhero stuff. Neither was my wife, unless Thor is in it. But my dad was like, Superman. But he loved cowboys. He loved World War II movies. Tough guys. Oh, you sold it? Did you get 300 for it? Right? It's like almost 300 or 250 or something like that. 200.
You'll remember this moment probably for the rest of your life. Father and son, we wanted to create a family experience.
How it should have been. We didn't know we had these two until you just witnessed.
All right. Silver Surfer.
Having that excuse to get back together and go on a treasure hunt. What an amazing gift that is.
I wish my dad was here to see that.
Superman relies so heavily on the father-son relationship.
Yeah, 250 sold it to a friend. That's a good price. I saw it come up the other day, and it reminded me of you. And all these guys were like, nobody has this game. I said, my boy Chris had it.
On so many levels.
It's not about the actual book, it's about what it means.
What do you do? Would you sell it?
It's the top of the mountain. I couldn't see ever letting go with something like that.
I just don't want to let my father down. With this collection, we're coming out.
I don't want to let my father down. You think your fucking father who collected all that shit wants you to sell it? You take that shit to your grave, son. You take it to the grave with you.
I wouldn't sell it.
I would probably sell it.
You just can't.
What does that mean? I guess that's what we're going to find out in this journey.
Would you sell it? Would you sell it? Or would you just sell what you need to make money? Huh? Be honest. If that was your father's thing, and see, so many versions. Let's say you were really good friends with your father. Would you sell it? Now, let's say your father loved Spider-Man number 101 more than he loved you. Would you sell it now? All right. Hey, I got to go. My name is George. You've been watching the 757 Hustle Show. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Like and subscribe. If you made it all the way to the end on the replay, say hello in the comments. And I appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out with me tonight. We still got 7 minutes hanging. Chris is about to go eat a burger. Pierre Kelly is about to go do some Pierre Kelly stuff. We lost Scotty. We had the Collector P hanging out with us earlier tonight. Thank you, and thank you for the support. Please check out the videos on the channel. While you're pooping, while you're driving, I appreciate the support. The more just watching a few seconds of the video, hitting like, sharing it, whatever. It's been helping out the algorithm. It's been helping out the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to build a channel that has a lot of stuff here. You know, we do music, we do interviews, we do comics, we do toys. You know, Chris has been on with me. Pierre Kelly, you know what I do. Collective P, you're learning. So we're building. We're trying to build something big here so we can include everybody and have a lot of fun. So I can count on one hand the times I've seen my father, so I'd sell it. Oh. On that note, thank you, everybody. Have a good night, man. I gotta go. I got a little bit of munchies. I got some books to read, and maybe I'll crank one out. All right, bro. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.